It's clear skies, mild temperature up in the mid to upper 60s here tonight in Oak Grove, Louisiana, as we start round 2 of the Louisiana High School Athletic Association Class 1A playoffs. Welcome, Tiger fans, to Tiger Stadium. I'm Steve Dooley. Here tonight with me is Reese Traylor on the camera. Our normal crew is out of pocket. John Phantom, our normal cameraman, is on vacation tonight. Our sidekick, Roy Pettmiller, is engaged in pastoral duties, and he'll join us a little later, hopefully. Tonight's matchup, the 1999 Class 1A state champion Oak Grove Tigers hosting the Cajuns from Metairie Park Country Day School, down from Metairie, Louisiana, around New Orleans. As you saw on the coin toss, the Cajuns won the toss. We'll have our prayer, national anthem, and then we'll have our kickoff. Brought up a large contingent of fans with them. Long travel all the way down from around New Orleans to go head-to-head with the Oak Grove Tigers in the regional round of the state playoffs tonight. The Cajuns are here by virtue of their victory last week over St. Mary by a score of 21-13 in the bi-district round. St. Mary, of course, the co-district champion in District 3, falling victim to Country Day. We don't know a great deal about this Country Day team, but we'll tell you what we know. They are from District 9, which includes the powerful Port Sulphur team and Boothville Venice, both of which Country Day lost to. Country Day lost to Port Sulphur by a score of 42-6 and to Boothville Venice by a score of 21-28. And here's the kickoff. Number 28 for Country Day, that's Coleman Hardy carrying the ball. Up to the 34, we'll give him credit to the 35. First down for the Cajuns. At quarterback for the Cajuns, Matt Sherman, a 6'1", 170-pound senior. The Cajuns typically run a veer offense, which is what they come out, 2 wide outs, number 10 and number 4. In the backfield with Sherman is number 7, Samuels. Sherman takes the snap, gives off, up the middle, and Willie Pettmiller, number 15, in on the stop for the Tigers. The other back in the backfield with Sherman, along with Armand Samuels, is number 10, Christian Mabry, a 5'9", 145-pound senior. As Sherman brings the Cajuns up to the line, 2nd down and 4. Hand off up the middle again, nowhere to go. Tigers doing a good job of plugging that hole on that left side. Again, that was number 7 for the Cajuns, Armand Samuels. Making the stop for the Tigers was number 3, Brandon Johnson. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 2 for the Cajuns. Country Day comes into the tonight's game with a record of 7-3, 8-3 after last week's victory, 5-2 in district play in that tough District 9 with Port Sulphur and Boothville. The handoff again up the middle. He'll get the first down across the 50-yard line, making the tackle. Brandon Johnson, number 3, but not before number 7. Samuels is able to pick up the first down for the Cajuns. Coach Dalrymple decides he wants to take a timeout and talk it over. So with that, we'll take a pause and hear a message from our sponsors. We'll be Coach Dalrymple wanting to take a timeout to talk it over with his defensive squad after allowing 3 straight runs up the middle. And the first down brings the Country Day fans to life as Sherman brings the Cajuns up to the line and split wide outs on each side. He takes a snap. Hands the ball up the middle again to number 7, Sherman. And no gain is, or little gain, is Willie Pettmiller number 15, number 42, Jeremy Kitchen comes up to assist Willie with that tackle. About 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down and about 8, long 9, or long 8, short 9 for the Cajuns. Sherman under center, split wide outs. He calls for the ball, fakes the handoff up the middle. He's back to throw. He has number 4 in the open. Oh, and unable to come down with it is number 4 for the Cajuns. That's Buddy Patrick, number 42, defending for the Tigers. That's Jeremy Kitchens, number 42, doing a good job of defending the pass on that south end. The Cajuns are defending the north goal, traveling from north to south. That brings up a third down and still a long 8. Sherman calls for the ball, fakes the handoff. He's back to throw. And number 48. He finds number 48 out there. That's Arturo Fabry, the tight end, 6'3", 200-pound junior, makes the reception for the first down for the Cajuns. And so the Cajuns come out and bam, 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 they pick up 2 first downs after making critical third down conversions. They are in Oak Grove territory on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Sherman up the middle to number 21. Number 21, that's Toddy Kostmeyer. A 6', 185-pound junior running back for the Cajuns. After a gain of about 2 yards, that'll bring up second down and about 8 yards for a first down. This time the Cajuns send number 4, Buddy Patrick, and number 10 to Mabry to the left side, and Sherman's back to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. Number 27, Vern Bankston, able to run him down and make the tackle for the Tigers, but not after Sherman is able to pick up a couple yards. Defensive secondary for the Tigers doing a good job of coverage on that play. Sherman had no one to go to and had to tuck the ball and run for it, and was able to pick up a couple yards to bring up, once again, another third down and 5 yards to go for the first down. Split wide out to the right. Sherman calls for the ball. He's back to throw. Over the top to number 10. He has a completion. And we have a penalty flag. I don't think it's going to be close as far as the first down. Let's see what the penalty flag is. It's going to be a face mask on the Tigers. That will tack on another 5 yards. Give the Cajuns a first down at the Tiger 15-yard line. 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to play in this first quarter. The Cajuns are driving. Sherman has split wide outs. He calls for the ball. It picks up in the backfield, and Sherman goes down. It appeared like Sherman may have tripped on his left guard or on his own foot, and unable to make contact with the tailback on that play, and chose to take the ball down with him for, we'll give him a 1 yard loss on that play. It'll bring up second down and a long 10. Again, Sherman brings the Cajuns up to the line, split wide outs. He's back to throw. He has his man, number 4 for the Cajuns. That's Buddy Patrick making the reception. That's good for a pickup of about 4 or 5 yards to bring up third down. Third and about 6 for the Tigers. Well, the Cajuns have managed to pull a rabbit out of the hat each time on third down. Let's see what the coaches are able to come up with on this third down play. Again, wide outs on each side. Sherman back to throw. He throws, got his man for a first down. That's number 28, Coleman Hardy, making the reception. Good enough for a first down for the Cajuns. That'll make it first down and goal for the Cajuns from the 4-yard line of Oak Grove. Well, we've seen a lot of passing so far from the Cajuns, something that we're not real accustomed to in the Tiger defense. This time they go up the middle to number 21 and nothing doing there, as a host of Tigers swarm in to stop number 21, Toddy Kosmar, for a very little gain. Bring up second down and goal. As the Cajuns drive, Sherman brings his team up to the line, looks over the defense, climbs under center, calls for the ball, hands off to number 7, and he gets in. He gets in for the touchdown. 5 minutes and 40 seconds in the quarter, and the Cajuns have scored. Their go-to man, number 7, on that series, Armand Samuels, taking the ball straight up the middle on the left side. Vern Bankston making contact, and it appeared actually driving Samuels into the end zone as he was pulling him down. The Cajuns will attempt the extra point. Number 3 for the Cajuns, Devon Graham, puts it through the uprights to make the score 7-0 here in the first quarter. 5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining as the Cajuns strike first. Our score, 7-0. We'll be back. Cajuns managing to drive the ball down for a score to put them ahead 7-0 here early in the first quarter. Number 53 kicking off for the Cajuns. That's Will Steinhardt. A high kick that will go out of bounds for a penalty. The Tigers will take the ball on the 35-yard line, I believe. No, the Tigers will choose to accept the penalty, push the Cajuns back, and force it to kick again. Well, not too unexpected. The Cajuns come out with a lot of enthusiasm. They're on a high. They're in the playoffs. They won their first playoff game last week in 17 years, and so they're pumped and ready to play football. Their fans are spirited, and we expect to have a tough game here tonight. The Cajuns will attempt it again. That's number 3, Devon Graham, kicking off. And he will kick it deep. Eric Newman will take it on the 18-yard line up the middle and down to about the 36, 37-yard line, where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10. In the backfield tonight for the Tigers, of course, Ty Ronson at quarterback. Eric Newman will fill his usual role at tailback, and number 9, Drew Sullivan, at fullback. To the right, we have number 14, Luke Lancaster, and out to the left, number 1, Montellis Kraft. Ty Ronson under center, calls for the ball. Hands off to the tailback, Eric Newman. Eric's got running room. He's broke the tackle. Eric's gonna go. Nobody will catch him. All the way, no flag. A 64-yard touchdown run. Eric Newman, touchdown Tigers. That brings the Oak Grove fans to their feet. Great run by Eric Newman. Took the ball from the tailback position straight up the middle of the line, doing an astounding job of breaking open a hole for Eric, and then Eric breaking tackles to scamper 64 yards. The snap is high. Eric Tye will scamper for his life and throw deep into the end zone and cannot find his receiver over there, Drew Sullivan. So the extra point attempt is no good, and that leaves the score here early in the first quarter. The Cajuns of Country Day 7, Oak Grove 6. We'll hear a word from our sponsor. The Tigers ready to kick off. Willie Petmiller kicks the ball over to the right side, out of bounds for a procedural penalty. Let's see what the Cajuns elect to do on this. Rather unusual kick to that side for Willie. He normally kicks over to the left side, but that one got loose from him, I guess. The Cajuns will elect to take the ball on the 35-yard line. They'll decline the penalty. And let's see if we've made some adjustments on defense to be able to contain this Cajun offense. We weren't very successful the first series. The Cajuns doing an excellent job of pounding the ball up the middle, mixing it up with pass plays, and keeping our defense guessing. Sherman brings the Cajuns up to the line, split wide outs to the left and to the right. He hands off over on that left side. I believe that was number 21, Toddy Kosmeyer, running for the Cajuns, picking up about 4 yards for the Cajuns, making it second down and about 6 yards to go. Ryan Bankston heading up the tackling squad on that play for the Tigers. Sherman calls for the ball, options out to number 21. He has running room. And finally being brought down by number 78, Ryan Gregory. But not before picking up a first down. Kosmeyer taking the pitch from Sherman on that play around that right side, finding a little running room. One of the Cajun strengths, according to the scouting report, is their team speed. We'll see how that plays as these two defensive backs play both ways later in the game. Sherman up the middle, number 21. Kosmeyer again. Not much there as the Tigers close in and manage to plug that hole. Kosmeyer picked up about 3 yards. The ball across midfield at the Tiger 46-yard line to bring up second down, 6 yards to go. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Tigers trail the Cajuns 7-6. Sherman split wide out, calls for the snap. He's back to throw. He throws low, but number 10 able to make the ball, able to make the catch, and then being punished by Willie Petmiller. Number 10, Christian Mabry for the Cajuns. He'll come out and take a breather after taking a good hit from Willie Petmiller after making the reception. So the Cajuns are picking away on those short pass plays, run up the middle, and this time Sherman has receivers to the left. He'll go to the number 21, Kosmeyer, fumble, and I believe the Cajuns are able to recover. Kosmeyer recovering his own fumble there, and managed to pick up a yard or two, bringing up second down and about 6 yards to go, make it a long 5-6 yards. The Tigers just unable to find the combination on defense that will shut this Cajun offense down. Split wide out to the left. Sherman back to throw. He has his man, number 10. Once again, Mabry making the catch for the Cajuns for the first down. Being defended that time by number 4, Nick Dooley. Mabry able to outmaneuver, pick up the pass, and pick up the first down. That'll bring up a first down and 10 yards to go on the Tigers' 21-yard line. Sherman calls for the ball. Straight up the middle, number 7. For the Cajuns, that's Samuels. Stumbling through that right side and picking up 4 or 5 yards. We'll make it second down and about 5 yards to go for the first down. So the Cajuns continue to plug away at that Oak Grove defensive line, mixing it up with short pass plays. Same set, Sherman calls for the ball. Hand up the middle. Samuels will score. Number 7, Armand Samuel, taking the handoff straight up that middle and running straight at the Tigers. To put the Cajuns ahead, 13-6, pending the outcome of this extra point. Number 3, Graham, will attempt the point after. The kick is up, and it's good. With 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, the Cajuns have driven the ball down consecutively to score and put the Cajuns ahead 14-6. We'll take a break and be right stadium. The Cajuns teeing up to kick off to the Tigers after driving the ball 65 yards, and a combination of running and passing that has befuddled the Tiger defense on consecutive series. Here's the kickoff deep to Eric Newman. Eric will take the ball on his own 10-yard line. He has a wedge, and Eric manages to break through to the 37-yard line, where the Tigers will start their second series, 1st and 10. We talked a little bit about the district play of Country Day. They come into tonight's game with, as we said, a 10-3 record. In the regular season, the Country Day Cajuns lost to a good 4A squad, Ben Franklin, by a score of 27-26, and then lost to Port Sulphur and Boothville in district play. Otherwise, they haven't lost any games. The pitch out to Eric Newman. Eric hurdles one man, drags another down across the 50-yard line. We have a penalty flag down on the play in clipping territory back there. Let's see what the call is. It will be clipping against the Tigers. That'll back us up after a good run by Eric Newman. $15 yards from the 45-yard line will put us back just inside the Tiger 30-yard line, where we'll have to start again. The Country Day Cajuns seeded number 13 in the Class 1A tournament. We said defeating a good St. Mary's squad last week, 21-13, and doing a good job against this Tiger defense. Ty Robinson takes the ball. Ty's got running room. Ty could go all the way. Oh, he'll be caught, though. He'll be caught. Ty gets all the way down to the Cajuns' 10-yard line. Well, they'll mark it at the the 18-yard line. And we have a Tiger down on the field. That's number 76, Big Jake Russell, going down with, looks like a knee injury. Probably re-injuring that knee from a couple of games ago. We hope Jake recovers and is able to make it back into the game. Meanwhile, the Tigers will start Once again at the 19-yard line, first down up the middle. This time to Drew Sullivan, who grinds away and manages to pick up about 4 or 5 yards down to the Cajuns' 15-yard line. Make it second down and about 5 or 6 for the Tigers. Well, the Cajuns strike on 2 consecutive series. The Tigers come back and respond on long-running plays, first by Eric Newman, then by Ty Rollinson. Ty brings the Tigers up to the line. He fakes to Drew, pitches back to Eric Newman. Eric has running room. Eric's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers! A 15-yard run on that option play from Ty Rollinson to Eric Newman puts the Tigers within reach of tying this game with a 2-point conversion. Let's see what Coach Dalrymple elects to do. It appears that he will go for the 2-point conversion to try to tie things up. Time. Falls under the receiver. He asks for the ball. He fakes to Drew and chooses to keep the ball. Ty stumbles, unable to regain his footing, and the extra point conversion is no good. With 38 seconds remaining in this first quarter, we are down 2 points to the Cajuns of Country Day. Our score, 14-12. We'll hear a word. He's whispering to me, we can run on them. In fact, we have shown that we can run on the Cajuns of Country Day. Willie Petmiller ready for the kickoff. Drills one right down the middle. Number 28, unable to find the handle. Unable to find the handle, and eventually allows the ball to roll back into the end zone for an automatic touchback. Number 28, Coleman Hardy, having a difficult time getting a handle on that wobbly kick from Willie Petmiller, and the ball rolls in the end zone. In high school football, on the kickoff, a ball in the end zone is an automatic touchback. So the Cajuns will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Sherman, split wide outs, calls for the ball, hands off once again up the middle, number 7. Samuels grinds his way for about 4 yards. Keith Moffitt, number 77, making the stop for the Tigers. So the Cajuns come back out this third series, going back to the very thing that has proven successful for them. Those straight handoff up the middle to number 7, Samuels. As time runs out here in the first quarter. So, the Cajuns have hung tight with this Tiger football team and managed to maintain a 2-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Our score, the Cajuns from Country Day, 14, the Tigers, 12. We'll be back to start the second quarter in just a second. Second quarter, the Cajuns will resume play, second down, 6 yards to go from their own 23-yard line, or 24.
Here's a second quarter score from Kentwood. Kentwood 7, Mayhem 0.
The referees making sure everything's set, and we are ready to begin the second quarter. The Oak Grove Tigers trail 12-14. Sherman calls for the ball. He's back to throw. He's going deep. Good coverage on that play. Number 78, Ryan Gregory, providing pressure for the Tigers on the quarterback, forcing the quick throw. Nick Dooley, number 4, defending that time. The Cajuns unable to make the long connection on that play will bring up a third down and about 6 yards to go. Once again, split wide out. Sherman brings the Cajuns up to the ball. He calls for the for the ball. He's back to throw. He has number 4, but number 4 unable to reel that one in. Buddy Patrick, that's Lance Coleman, number 82, defending on that play, will bring up a 4th down, and we get to see the Cajuns punt for a change. Speaking of number 4, he'll also do the punting for the Cajuns. That's Buddy Patrick. Good snap. The kick is a sky-high kick, straight up. Will not be run back. The Cajuns will down it just inside the 50-yard line. The Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from their own. Or actually, they'll give them credit to the Cajuns' 49-yard line, so they'll take over 1st and 10 from the Cajuns' 49-yard line. See if my cameraman knows what he's talking about. Let's see if these Tigers can run on this Cajun defense. We had heard that the Cajuns didn't have extraordinary athleticism, but that they did have good team speed. Ty comes out throwing to Montellis on that play, and don't know, cold fingers or arm just not loose, but the ball goes straight down into the dirt. Incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down and 10. The Tigers come up to the line of scrimmage. Ty under center, split wide outs, and Ty decides to take the ball himself up the middle this time. Manages to struggle for a pickup of about 3 yards. We'll bring up a 2nd down. We'll give him credit for 4 yards on that play. Bring up a 3rd down and about 6 for a 1st down. The Tigers have to get all the way down to the Cajuns' 38-yard line, 39-yard line in order to pick up the 1st down. Ty sends receivers split out to the left and to the right. I formation, ball straight up the middle to Drew Sullivan, or no. The fake to Drew Sullivan. Ty Rawson keeping the ball and being sacked in the backfield, unable to turn loose. Don't know what happened there. I missed the fake. I was faked, as we so often are, by that pop up the middle to Drew, and Ty keeping the ball and either optioning out to Eric or keeping it himself. That time unable to do anything with it and brings up a 4th down. The Tigers will go for it and catches the Cajuns off guard, and so the Cajuns have to burn a timeout to get the right men on the field. So as the Cajuns discuss it over, we'll take a break, hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Ruffin Building Systems at 6914 Highway 2 in Oak Grove has
10 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in this 1st half. The Tigers trail 14-12. They are faced with a critical 4th down play on the Cajuns' 49-yard line. The Tigers have elected to go for it on 4th down. Ty crawls under center, calls for the ball. He pitches to Eric, and the ball is loose. The Cajuns recovered the fumble and will take over 1st down in Tiger territory. As so often happens on that option play, the defense able to penetrate and disrupt the pitch from Ty. Eric well covered on that play, unable to get his hands on the pitch, forcing the fumble. The Cajuns recovering, taking over 1st down from the Tiger 49-yard line. Sherman hands off to number 40, it looks like, in for the Cajuns. That's Harold Hashberg, a 5'9", 160-pound senior running back. Fresh face, fresh legs in for the Cajuns. I suppose trying to give some of those starters a little rest. We see number 7 there, who's been so effective for the Cajuns on the sideline. Going both ways, the toll on those legs will show toward the end of the game, so the Cajuns opting to make some substitutions here. Sherman back to throw. He throws deep over the middle. Well covered, number 10, overthrown. Mabry, the intended receiver. Number 4, Nick Dooley on the coverage there. Nothing happening there. The ball overthrown and incomplete, bringing up a second down, third down and 11 for the Cajuns. Once again, the Cajuns split receivers out left and out right. Sherman in the shotgun this time, calls for the ball. Back to throw. He has number 10. Number 10, Mabry, making the reception close to a first down for the Cajuns. A critical spot here. I believe he will get, let's see where they spot the ball. Well, they're going to measure. Actually, the Tigers getting a favorable spot on that play after the, and they do give him the first down. Mabry actually made the reception past the first down mark, and Dooley came in and made the hit, forced him back, and as a result, he didn't get a favorable spot, but nevertheless, he still picks up the first down. Critical first down, or critical third down play, picking up the first down for the Cajuns, gives them new life, new downs, inside the 40-yard line. Sherman hands off to number 40. He's hit hard by number 42 after a pickup of about 2. Jeremy Kitchens coming in to make the stop for the Tigers, making a big hit. Michael Putman also helping out on that play. Bring up second down and about 9 yards to go. Once again, the same set. Sherman back to throw. This time getting pressure. He goes deep. He has number 4 open but unable to make the connection. Lance Thompson, number 82, defending on that play. And number 4 comes up just a little bit shaken for the Cajuns. Buddy Patrick doing double duty for the Cajuns, doubling as a receiver, punter, and occasional defensive back. So he comes out and takes a rest, and the Cajuns will try to pass again, getting pressure, and he's sacked. This time number 67, that's Carter Hopkins, in to make the sack for the Tigers. Coming in off that right side tight end spot, beating his man and able to wrap up Sherman before he could unload, bringing up a fourth down. A critical play by Carter Hopkins that time. So that will force the Cajuns to punt from their own 38-yard line. Good snap. The kick, again, a towering kick straight up in the air that will take an Oak Grove bounce at the 25-yard line. The Tigers will take over first and 10 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this second half. So this time the Tiger defense digging in and able to keep the Cajuns from picking up the first down on that third down play and forcing the punt. Ty will bring the Tigers up. He calls for the ball. Hands off to Drew Sullivan. Drew grinding out yards to pick up about 8 yards, 9 yards on the carry. Good job by Drew Sullivan. On that left side, John Barron, Kyle Kitchens creating holes on that left side for Drew to run through, and Drew grinding it out and managing to pick up 9 yards. Gives the Tigers a second down and about 1. Once again, Drew Sullivan breaks loose. Incredible effort by Drew Sullivan. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, kept those legs churning, and managed to pick up an additional 6 or 7 yards to give the Tigers a first down at the 45-yard line. We've seen that so often this year from Drew. Just a determined fullback gaining yards, first and second tries. Pitch out to Eric Newman. Eric breaks loose. Eric has running room. He could go. Eric's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. And I don't see any flags on the field, folks, so this one's going to count. Put it on the board. Well, my cameraman was right. We can run on them. Give them Coach Dalrymple giving the Cajun a dose of their own medicine, grinding that ball out up the middle. The fullback, Drew Sullivan, 2 plays in a row, and then pitching out to Eric Newman on the outside, catching him off guard. Eric maneuvering and managing to break it free. This time Drew Sullivan will go in for the 2-point conversion to put the Tigers ahead for the first time this game tonight. With 6 Louisiana, the Tigers have gone on top. 6 minutes and 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Willie Pettmiller kicks off once again to the Cajuns, who I didn't catch that number. Let me see if I can give you a... That's number 10, Christian Mabry, bringing the ball up to the 34-yard line before being tackled, where the Cajuns will start first and 10. Samuels and Mabry in the backfield once again. Split wide out. Sherman will throw again. Number 4, unable to reel it in that time, right through his hands. Patrick unable to grab hold as the ball sailed through his hands. Number 82, Lance Tyson, defending that time for the Tigers. So once again, they come out pecking away at those short 4, 5, 6-yard quick passes, catching the defenders, the Tiger defenders off guard. Oh, and this time the Tigers will benefit from an offside penalty. Will back the Cajuns up and force them to go for 15 in order to get the first down.
False start to call against the Cajuns. It's a 5-yard penalty. Will bring up second down, 15 yards to go.
5-yard penalty pushes the Cajuns back to their own 28-yard line. Second down and 15 yards to go. The Cajuns will have to get the ball all the way up to the 43-yard line. Sherman back to throw. This time the ball is knocked down by, I believe, number 42, Jeremy Kitchens, getting his hand up there and knocking the ball down. Good job by Jeremy pursuing and timing his jump in order to disrupt that pass play. Brings up a third down for the Cajuns. So the Tiger defense appears to have come to life here late in the second quarter. Sherman calls for the ball, back to throw. This time he'll go deep. Lance has him covered. Oh! Nope. He's going to go. Lance will not catch him. Buddy Patrick, number 4, this time reels it in spite of good coverage by Lance Tyson, and then scampers to score for the Cajuns. The extra point try is up and through the upright. And so the Cajuns on a 73-yard touchdown pass managed to go back ahead 21-20 with 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in the quarter. We'll be back. Cajuns of Metairie Park Country Day have come to town with upset on their mind, and with 5 minutes and 41 seconds, lead the Oak Grove Tigers, the number 4 seed in Class 1A, by a score of 21-20. And give credit where credit is due. The Cajuns have executed almost to perfection their offensive game plan. That time, in spite of good coverage from Lance Tyson, Buddy Patrick, number 4, managed to pull that one in and score for the Cajuns. The kickoff will go to Eric Newman. He'll take the ball at his own 12. Eric has running room. Eric breaks one tackle. He's gone. He'll go all the way, folks. Nobody will catch him. No flags. Put that one on the board. Eric Newman. 88-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Don't go get any popcorn, folks, because we don't know what's going to happen next. Wait until halftime. 88-yard touchdown kickoff return by Eric Newman. Puts the Tigers back in front once again, 26-21. The Tigers elect to go for 2. Ty brings, dump pass out to Haney, number 17. The 2-point conversion is good. Puts the Tigers back in front by 7 points with 5 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in the half. The Tigers once again go ahead 28-21. We'll hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back for another Eric Newman show. The Oak Grove Tigers show. This is kickoff number 4, I believe. Good kick by Willie Pettmiller. Mishandled back there by number 10, Mabry. He picks the ball up, and he has running room, but not before number 23, Jeff Bennett, lassos him and brings him down, where the Cajuns will once again bring their offensive weapons into play, beginning at their own 26-yard line. First down. The Cajuns will have, I believe that's 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Is that what that is, Reese? 5 minutes and 19 seconds. We've got a light out on the scoreboard. Hard to tell. Sherman back to throw again. He has number 4 out there in the open. Number 4, once again, making the reception for the Cajuns. Patrick doing an effective job of maneuvering open and making the reception. Sherman, as we've seen, has an accurate arm. He's able to get the ball in the vicinity of his receivers, and this receiver corps doing an effective job of bringing those pass ins for those short gains. Pickup of about 3, maybe a long 4, bring up a second, down in about 6. This time Sherman will pitch out to number 21. He has running room. If he has speed, he'll go all the way. Nobody's going to catch him. Incredible. A 71-yard touchdown run by number 21, Toddy Kosmeyer. Well, Reese, the other thing we know, they can run on us. Kosmeyer doing a good job of outrunning the defensive secondary. The extra point attempt is good. And folks, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the half, 56 points have been put on the board, and we are tied, 28 to 28. We'll take a break, hear a word from our sponsors. Once again, the score all knotted up here, 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the half. The Cajuns scoring on a 71-yard option pitch out to the running back, number 21, Toddy Kosmeyer, and Toddy doing an outstanding job of tucking the ball and running and outrunning the defensive secondary of the Tigers. This Country Day team is capable of putting points on the board. They scored 60 points against Lutheran about 3 weeks ago. The kickoff, Eric Newman once again takes the kickoff. He finds a little running room. Eric's going to break another one. He's going to go all the way. He won't be touched. Once again, Eric T. Newman responding for the Oak Grove Tigers. My, my, my. The Cajuns unable to figure out the combination to that offensive weapon, as so many teams have been unable to do this year. Our Tiger coach concern should be only at this point whether or not Eric has enough fuel in the tank. We'll go for two. Ty hands the ball off, up the middle, and the fumble. The Tigers recover for the conversion. I believe the handoff was bobbled to Drew Sullivan up the middle. Drew fumbled, and apparently a Tiger fell on the ball in the end zone for the two-point conversion. So, against Crescent City and 60 points against Lutheran. So they're very capable of putting points on the board, as we have seen. Once again, the kickoff taken by number 10, Mabry. Mabry not able to find much running room that time, as number 31, Guy Smith, collars Mabry and brings him down at the Cajun 29-yard line, where the Cajuns will take over 1st and 10. And I don't believe that clock is moving very fast. 4 minutes and 11 seconds still remaining in the first half. Folks, we've gotten 4 quarters worth of action already here in the first 2 quarters. Sherman looks over the defense, calls for the ball, and play will be stopped. There was movement on that left side. The Cajuns will be flagged for all sides and back up 5 yards. Will they also start with first down and 15.
To call against the Cajuns. It's a 5-yard penalty. Back them up near their own 23-yard line. We'll bring up 1st down, 15 yards to go.
1st down, 15 yards to go. The Cajuns will have to get all the way up to their 33-yard line for 1st down. Sherman once again back to throw. He has number 4 out there again. Patrick unable to bring the ball in. Lance Tyson defending for the Tigers.
15 yards to go. Once again, the ball will be spotted at the Cajuns.
It looks like the Cajuns will continue to pick on Lance Tyson out there in that flat, trying to get him to bite on that long play, and then going short. I'm sure the coach's thinking is at some point Lance will not bite and they'll go deep. Sherman back to throw again this time, and here's the play where Sherman tucks the ball and will run, and Brandon Johnson will drive him out of bounds. The Cajun fans calling for a late hit, but Brandon Johnson grabbing a hold of Sherman and driving him out of bounds.
He'll pick up 8 yards. He'll bring up third down, 7 yards to go. Ball is spotted at the
Sherman able to pick up about 8 yards on that play. Will bring up a third down and 7 for the Cajuns. That time, number 4 for the Cajuns, Patrick, had run that stop and go route, trying to catch Lance off guard. Sherman back to throw again. He has number 28 in the flat, but nothing doing over there is Willie Pettmiller and Jeff Bennett close in to defend and bring number 28, Coleman Hardy, down before he is able to make any yardage. We'll bring up a fourth down and force the Cajuns to punt. The ever dangerous Eric Newman standing back on the Oak Grove 30-yard line. The Cajuns, not having the right combination on the field, will have to call for a timeout to get the right men on the field, and with that, we'll also take a break and be back in just a moment.
Ruffin Building Systems at...
The Cajuns face a fourth down and about 5. Patrick back to punt. Eric Newman back to receive. A rainmaker, high spiraling kick will come down at the Tiger 34-yard line, where it will be down by number 31, Jeff Penner, and the Tigers will start once again at their own 34-yard line, first down and 10 with 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the half. The Tigers lead 36-28. The Tigers able to shut down the Cajun offense on that series. Kind of silenced the loyal fans over here from Metairie. Ty back to throw. He has Montellis deep. He has him wide. Oh, Montellis unable to bring it down. Well defended that time by number 9, Billy Hines, for the Cajuns. Montellis had the position on him. The pass was just a tad short. Montellis had to break his stride and give up the position he had on the receiver and unable to come down with the pass. So that'll bring up second down. 10 yards to go for the Tigers. Ty calls for the ball. Hands off to Drew up the middle. Drew has running room. Drew has the first down. Down to the Tiger 48-yard line before being brought down. Drew Sullivan, again, off that left side. John Barron doing a good job of blocking over there to open up the hole for Drew. Give the Tiger a first down. 2 minutes, 48 seconds. The clock is continuing to run. We have Tiger split out to the left and to the right. Ty back to throw. Has Montellis in the open. Montellis breaks loose. Montellis is going to go all the way, folks. Touchdown, Tigers. A 52-yard touchdown reception by Montellis Kraft from Ty Rollinson. Just that quick slant pass where Montellis splits out wide to the left, comes in, Ty dumps out quick, and Montellis breaks loose to outrun the defensive secondary for the Cajuns to score for the Tigers. The extra point conversion is up, and it's good. And with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half of play, the Tigers have extended their lead 43-28. We'll take a break. Tiger sponsors, and we ask that if you have the opportunity to be sure and express your appreciation for all the sponsors. This time number 28 fumbles and able to recover his own bobble. Warren Cagle, number 81, down there for the Tigers to be sure that the Cajuns recovered, and they do. They'll start once again first down from their own 17-yard line. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to go. The Cajuns trail the Oak Grove Tigers 43-28. Sherman brings the Cajuns up to the line. He calls for the ball, hands off up the middle. Straight ahead. This time nothing working there for the Cajuns. Ryan Gregory able to plug the hole for the Tigers to make the stop. We'll give him a 1-yard gain on that play. We'll bring up a second down and 9 yards. Mabry and Samuels in the backfield. Sherman back to throw. Once again, Patrick out in the flat, making the completion. Pickup of about 7 yards. The Cajuns will have a third down and about 3 yards to go. Critical third down conversion for the Tigers to be able to make a stop and take away any sort of momentum that the Cajuns may have built up. The pass is incomplete. Excellent coverage over there by Willie Petmiller, number 15, and number 4, Dick Dooley. Number 28, the intended receiver, that's Coleman Hardy for the Cajuns. Overthrown. Will bring up a fourth down, and the Cajuns will have to punt the ball away. Buddy Patrick, number 4, the dangerous receiver, back to punt. Eric Newman back to receive for the Tigers. The Cajuns attempting to pull the Tigers off sides. They won't fall for it. The Cajuns will have to call a timeout and regroup. Game, forcing the fourth down, and now the Cajuns have reshuffled. The Tigers are lined up anticipating something funny here. Let's see if they do in fact punt. Patrick calls for the ball, and here's the punt, another boomer spiral. Eric will call for the fair catch, and does at the 45, 46-yard line, where the Tigers will take over first and down with exactly 1 minute left in this first half of action. A first half that has seen 71 total points scored by these two teams. Well, we knew that Country Day would come in with upset in the back of their mind. They've been pumped. They made the playoffs for the last 5 years, this being the first time that they've made it to this second regional round. Ty Rollinson calls for the ball. He's back to throw. He has Drew Sullivan in. And he chooses to throw to number 5, Eric Henderson. The play broken up. He had Drew Sullivan out there. I thought that he would throw to. Drew was wide open, but apparently Ty unable to pick up the receiver out there in front, choosing to try to throw to Eric, and unsuccessful on that play. Country Day fans still into this game, guiding their defense on. Ty Rollinson calls for the ball, and once again he's back to throw. He has Guy Smith in the open, and they rule that he does catch the ball. Guy Smith reels it in for a Tiger first down to the Cajuns' 41-yard line. Picks up a first down. The clock's running with 44 seconds to go in the half, and the Tigers now choose to burn one of their timeouts with 34 seconds remaining. Coach Dalrymple will call the squad over and discuss the strategy. With less than 40 seconds remaining in the quarter, the Tigers break huddle, and Ty brings the team up to the line of scrimmage, calls for the ball. He fakes, throws deep. He has Montellis in the open. Touchdown, Montellis! Montellis Kraft reels another one in. 41-yard touchdown pass from Ty Rollinson. Just incredible concentration on the part of Montellis Kraft to fend off the defender, keep his focus and attention on the ball, and reel it in for a 41-yard touchdown reception. The extra point attempt by Willie is up, and Willie is 100% on extra point conversions. With 32 seconds remaining in this first half, the Tigers 50, Country Day 28. We'll be back in a moment. We are back with 32 seconds remaining in the first half. Willie drills one right down the middle, and the Cajuns are unable to field it. It will roll into the end zone for an automatic touchback, and the Cajuns will have to start deep in their own territory from their own 20-yard line. Well, it's be interesting to see what the discussions will be in the halftime locker room. The Oak Grove offense managing to basically score at will, and our defense starting out a little slow but coming on strong toward the second quarter. Let's see if the defense is able to shut down any sort of effort. The ball's deep, this time to number 4. Patrick falls harmlessly to the ground as Lance Tyson defends. Will bring up a second down and 10 with 20 seconds remaining in this half. Well, the Cajuns, in essence, have no choice. They'll have to try to come up with something in their bag of tricks to make this score respectable as we go into the halftime. The Cajuns have two split wide to the right. This time they hand off up the middle and nothing happening there. As number 30, Danny Pardon, number 78, Ryan Gregory, combine to make the tackle for the Tigers. We have a Cajun down with an injury. While as they attend to the injured player on the field, we hope it's not a serious injury, but they will be taking him in by ambulance to check him out and see what the problem is. So the clock runs out. We're at the halfway point, and the score here at halftime, the Oak Grove Tigers 50, the Cajuns of Country Day 28. We'll be back for the second half kickoff in just a little bit. Between the Oak Grove Tigers and Metairie Park Country Day Cajuns, the Tigers have jumped out to a 50-28 lead after 2 quarters of play. We ended the first half on a injury to number 64, Nick Moran, who was taken off on stretcher and is being examined to make sure there's no serious injury. The early report is that Nick suffered a serious stinger and is able to move his legs and arms, so that's good news, and we hope that nothing serious there and Nick is able to recover quickly. The Tigers will receive here in the second quarter. Deep back for the Tigers is number 31, Guy Smith, and number 12, the ever-dangerous Eric Newman. Number 3, Devon Graham, will be kicking off for the Cajuns, and we are underway here in the second half. A short kick to Lance Tyson. Lance takes the ball and manages to get across midfield. On a short kick, obviously an effort to avoid another run back by Eric Newman. The Cajuns not realizing that Lance is very capable of running the ball and scoring for the Tigers. So the Tigers will take over. First down, 10 yards to go in Cajun territory at the 49-yard line. In the backfield is Drew Sullivan, fullback. Eric Newman at the tailback position. Ty Ronson takes the snap, fakes to the fullback, and Eric Newman is going to go again, folks. Bye-bye. He's gone. Touchdown, Tigers. A 49-yard run by Eric T. Newman. On that 20-trap zoom play where Ty fakes to the fullback, fakes to the wing back, and then hands off to the tailback straight up the middle. Eric Newman breaking loose and scoring on a 49-yard run. Willie Petmiller will attempt the extra point. Here's the snap, the kick is up, and Willie is perfect on extra point conversion. So with 11:42 in the third quarter, the Tigers strike early, and our score is 57 Tigers, 28 Cajuns. We'll be back in a moment. 18 seconds gone in the third quarter. One play, the Tigers scamper 49 yards on a run play by Eric T. Newman to put the Tigers up 57-28. Willie Petmiller teed up for the kickoff. A good high kick will be taken by number 10, Mabry, at the 17-yard line, and he'll get across the 25 before he's stopped by number 50, Brandon Moody, for the Tigers. The Cajuns will take over first and 10 from their own 28-yard line. So the Tigers pick up right where they left off in the first half, confusing the Cajun defense with the little razzle-dazzle fake to the fullback, Drew Sullivan, who's also always dangerous with the ball in his hands. And Sherman pitches out to number 21 on Willie Petmiller, and Ryan Gregory closing in to make the stop on number 21, Kosmeyer, for the Cajuns after a pickup of about 1 yard. Bring up a second down and about 9 yards to go. The Tiger defense doing a good job now of pursuing those pitch outs, where earlier the Cajuns were able to gain a little ground. Fatigue may be playing a factor. Sherman hands off. No, he keeps the ball himself and unable to find any sort of running room as number 81, Warren Cagle, and number 30, Danny Pardon, along with Vern Bankston, make the stop for the Tigers. Pick up of maybe a yard and a half. Will bring up a third down, 7 yards to go for a first down. Matt Sherman split wide outs to the left, calls for the ball. He's back to throw. He has Mabry, number 10, out in the flat. Mabry makes the reception and picks up the first down for the Cajuns. Going back to the play that has been so successful for the Cajuns in the first half. Those short pass plays out to Mabry in the flat, using Patrick quite a bit. able to throw left or right. We've seen Sherman's ability to put the ball up and be accurate with it. Once again, he's back to throw. This time he'll go deep. Jeff Bennett doing an excellent job of defending to break up the pass. Ball intended for number 10, Mabry. Jeff Bennett coming back after a long-term ankle injury. Jeff breaking his ankle, first regular season game of the year, and being out for the entire regular season, making a comeback last week for limited play, and back in his regular starting position at corner, doing a good job of defending that time. So Sherman brings the Cajuns up. Mishandled snap. The ball is on the ground. And he don't have a signal. It looks like the Cajuns managed to recover. Number 78, Jonathan Leader, falling on the ball for the Cajuns, losing 4 yards on the play. Will bring up a third down and 14 yards for Country Day. So Country Day unable to find a combination early this first quarter to second half. Sherman once again back to throw. He's finding pursuit. He's going to go down. Number 67, Carter Hopkins, making the sack after a host of Tigers putting incredible pressure, forcing Sherman out of the pocket, disrupting his pattern there and forcing him into the arms of Carter Hopkins, and Sherman goes down, brings up a fourth down, and the Cajuns will have to punt away. Buddy Patrick back to punt. Number 2, Arthur Kraft, back to receive. Once again, the characteristic towering punt gets in a good Cajun bounce, 25-yard bounce for the Cajuns, and the ball rolls dead at the Tiger 28-yard line, where they'll take over first down and 10 yards to go. 8 minutes, 31 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The Tigers are up 57-28. Cajun fans wanting defense out of their team this series to shut down this potent Tiger offense. Managed to score 8 touchdowns so far. Ty calls for the ball, hands off up the middle to Drew Sullivan. Drew breaks loose. Drew is in the secondary. Number 54 finally brings him down before Drew is able to get to midfield. First down, Tigers. Just second and third effort on the part of Drew Sullivan that time, breaking loose, getting through the defensive line of the Cajuns, getting into the secondary, and finally being brought down by number 54, Nick Gwynn, for the Cajuns. So the Tigers will have a first down at their own 47-yard line. Ty Robinson pitches out to number 31, Guy Smith. Guy Smith has running room. Guy Smith breaks loose. Guy could go all the way, and no. He's run out of bounds inside the Cajun 10-yard line. Guy Smith on the pitch out from that tailback position, finding running room over there on that right side, scampering all the way down to the Cajun 7-yard line before being shoved out of bounds in a touchdown-saving tackle. First and goal from, they mark it at the 6-yard line. The Tigers will have 4 attempts to punch the ball in from the 7-yard line. Ty Robinson takes the snap, hands off up the middle. Drew Sullivan. Drew picks up about 4 or 5, 6 yards. Gets down to the 2-yard line, where the Tigers will have a second down, goal to go. Going to the man who's done such an effective job on those short yardage plays, Drew Sullivan, grinding it out, doing a good job tonight for the Tigers on offense. Montella split to the left, Guy Smith out to the right. Once again, to the money man, Drew Sullivan, and we don't have, yeah, now we have a signal, touchdown, Tigers. Just a straight pop play up the middle to the fullback, Drew Sullivan. Taking the handoff from Ty Robinson, straight up the middle, powering his way through that big defensive line of the Country Day Cajuns and scoring touchdown number 9. Willie Petmiller will attempt the point after. The ball is down, the kick is up, and it's good. 7:06 remaining here in the third quarter. The Tigers have gone up by a score of 64-28. We'll be back in just a moment. It's remaining here in the third quarter. Thus far, we've seen 92 points put on the scoreboard. The Tigers have gone up 64-28. And once again, Willie punches one into the end zone for an automatic touchback. The Cajuns unable to run back and will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. We knew that we had a potent offense in this Tiger team, but to be able to put 64 points on the board in 2.5 quarters against a second-round playoff team, it speaks well of the effort on behalf of the Tigers tonight. So Sherman brings up his team to the line and hands off up the middle to number 10, number 40. Harold Hirschberg for the Cajuns running that time. Hirschberg able to pick up a couple of yards and will bring up a second down, 8 yards to go from the Cajuns' own 23-yard line. Sherman looks over the defense. He has split wideouts to the left. Mabry, number 10, and number 4. And he goes to Mabry out there. Mabry unable to bring it in. That time, number 27, Vern Bankston, number 4, Nick Dooley, defending on that play. Mabry fumbling the ball, not able to reel it in and make the reception. Bring up a third down, 7 yards to go. So what has proven to be productive for the Cajuns early is now falling apart as they're unable to make connections on those short pass plays. Sherman still doing a good job of getting the ball into the receiver's hands, but the receiver's unable to make the reception. Once again, he's back to throw, and once again, he has Mabry out there for a reception, or actually that's number 28, Coleman Hardy, making the reception that time. Picked up about 3 yards, bring up a fourth down for the Cajuns, and the Cajuns, it looks like, are going to go for it. Buddy Patrick, their punter, comes out. 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the game. The Cajuns really do need to make something happen here in order to have any chance of coming back on the Tigers. Sherman back to throw. He has his man, and interception. Lance Tyson there for the deflection, able to bring the interception in. Once again, Lance Tyson being the recipient of an errant pass. How many times has he done that this year? I think Lance, if not the state leader in interceptions, is among the leaders in Class 1A. So the Tigers will take over. First down from their, the Cajuns' 31-yard line. We have a new quarterback in, number 22, Tristan Rogers, handing off to a new fullback, number 43, Dusty Schrock. Dusty picks up about 5 yards on the play. Will bring up a second down and a long 5 for a first. Coach Dalrymple making several substitutions now. Also in for the Tigers, number 33, Luke Lancaster at the tailback position. Strzok once again picking up an errant snap, and wisely Strzok picking the ball up and managing to pick up 2 or 3 yards. Will bring up a third down and about a yard to go for a first down. Substitutions in for the Tigers, number 54 at left tackle, that's Ryan Crimes. Number 60, Strzok once again, the left side, finding running room, picking up a first down for the Tigers. Dusty Strzok driving ahead, doing an outstanding job of running for the Tigers. Gets the ball all the way down to the Cajun 10.5-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 yards to go. We'll try to get some of those substitutions in for you as we go here. So Rogers brings the Tigers up to the line of scrimmage in the backfield. Strzok and Luke Lancaster. This time Luke gets the ball straight up the middle. Luke powering his way all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Will bring up a second down and about 3 yards to go. 2 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Rogers brings the Tigers up to the line of scrimmage. He hands off. No, he keeps. Keeps the ball and unable to make any progress that time. May have even lost a yard. Bring up a third down for the Tigers. Rogers brings the Tigers up, third down. He hands off to, no, he keeps the ball again and is smothered by number 86 for the Cajuns. Will bring up a fourth down for the Tigers. And I believe Coach Dalrymple will elect to go for it. Inside the 10-yard line, the ball at the 7. Fourth down. We can get a first down without scoring. Rogers calls for the snap. He hands off to Luke Lancaster. Luke unable to get to the first down mark. The Cajuns close in and seal off any hope of the Tigers getting in the end zone. So the Cajuns able to defend this series and keep the Tigers, this young Tiger offense, out of the end zone. With 54 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Cajuns will take over on their own 4-yard line. First and 10.
Number 2, Arthur Kraft. 21, Justin Dill.
And my cohort finally shows up here with 35 seconds left in the third quarter. I finally have a partner.
Been quite a night for scheduling, Steve. Country today looks like they're struggling a little bit here in the second half. Time will expire, looks like, before they get this next playoff, most likely, as they're still undecided about what to do. Two men out there not sure whether they want on the field or not. taking a shellacking 64-28 as time expires in the third quarter. An exciting night for Tiger football as they obviously going to make it through the second round of the postseason playoffs. Have we heard any updates on the Haynesville game?
We have not heard an update on Haynesville. We have heard some filterings of a Kentwood
Annihilating
massacre
Mangum.
of Mangum, I'm sure. And we discussed it earlier, Roy. If Boothville Venice hangs on to that victory and Oak Grove hangs on here, we'll be going south next week.
Long trip to Boothville Venice, down in the very toe of the state, as Country Day gets the first down. Country Day in that beautiful blue and white uniform all the way up from Metairie Park. A long trip for them tonight, and bringing the Great American buses over there. That's heard Don Showes talking about that earlier in the week, said there is not a charter bus available in the entire state.
I would bet. A lot of
That's all
teams traveling tonight.
High school football teams traveling. Sherman gives to the fullback. That's number 7, Armand Samuels.
Mr. Samuels has been the go-to man for the Cajuns for most of the night. He did most of the damage early until the Tigers could figure out a combination on defense to shut him and Sherman down on the pass play.
Samuels picks up the first down against the second team defense of the Tigers, and obviously going back to Samuels based on the fact that they have a brand new squad in there to deal with. See how this second team crowd holds up, and hey, look at there, right up the middle. Stopped after a gain of 3 on the play. In there on the tackle is that 44?
Number 34 and 44. Chase Craig, number 44.
Craig. Chase Craig is a freshman this year and has been platooning in for the injured Ryan Gregory from time to time. Was Chase in the ball game earlier?
I didn't see Chase earlier, but if he's a freshman, you think?
Sure
He'll
is.
be making a big contribution for the Tigers for a long time.
Ordinary. There's Arthur Kraft on the coverage, but number 4, Buddy Patrick, able to bring the ball down at the 36-yard line. Arthur was there, but Arthur was 2 foot too short.
Yeah. If
That 2 on his uniform is for too short on that play.
if he had tried to catch it with his knees, Arthur could have defended. But
That's right.
with the height advantage there, it was just no way.
Just a note, last week we said something about all the Tigers being healthy and dressed out again. Jonathan Shelton is going to have surgery Monday. He had his shirt on, but he was not dressed out in pads and can't play. He would be in there right now as a second-team linebacker, but unable to play the balance of the year because of the injury that he received earlier in the season.
We wish Jonathan success in his surgery and hopes that he'll be able to come back and contribute next year.
And I'm sure that he will. They feel like it's going to be a successful surgery, but be praying for him nonetheless. As Sherman brings the Country Day Cajuns back up to the line. And it's fumbled out of bounds at the 8-yard line by Samuels. Just probably wouldn't have made the touchdown, but in the meantime, the ball squirts out of bounds and they get the first down. First and goal to go at the 8.
Well, the Cajuns are moving the ball much like they did the first half of the game, but our younger Tigers are in there to get some experience and doing a good job of keeping the Cajuns at bay.
So as you all probably already know, being as how it's Tuesday, as you watch this playback, we will either host Haynesville or travel to Boothville Venice. Boothville Venice leading Haynesville late in the game, according to the public address announcer just a few minutes ago. I can't imagine that they're not real close to being done. Should we cheer for Boothville Venice in order that we can get our traveling in and then maybe host Kentwood if we make it past Boothville Venice?
None of our Tiger fans look forward to another trip that far down south to Boothville Venice, south of Port Sulphur. Many of our fans are familiar with that trip after having taken it last year. But you bring up a good point. We will travel sooner or later. If we travel next week, if Boothville Venice holds on and travels next week, I'll tell you another key game. Southern Lab and Dunham playing tonight at Dunham. Should Southern Lab upset Dunham, Kentwood would have to travel to Southern Lab.
Fumble on the play, but it is recovered by Sherman in the backfield. A loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 7.
Now, under that scenario, if Kentwood had to travel to Southern Lab and we had to travel to Boothville Venice, looking down the road, there's no chance that we would have Kentwood here in Oak Grove.
Well, it'd be a rare occurrence, but that would be the best thing that could happen for us, is to host that semifinal game. Cajuns pitch the ball on the reverse, and he'll score. That's number 28, Coleman Hardy. Hardy coming off of the right-hand side of the line. A quick pitch there as Sherman was soon to be tackled.
Yeah, number 2, Arthur Kraft, he got a bad deal on that, Roy. He, I believe, was being held by number 10, Mabry. A good job of camouflaging the block, but Mabry was, in fact, holding Kraft, and he unable to get over there and cut off that pass to the end zone.
So Country Day shifting back to the ball. I don't know why they lined up over there, but here they come back to the ball, and they'll attempt the extra point conversion. Number 3, Devin Graham, kicks it through the uprights, and the score is now 64-35. Oak Grove leads, 6:13 remaining in the ball game. We'll take a break, 64-35. They'll look at an onside kick here. They've got the Good Hands team up here on the line for the special teams unit. Looks like the starting special teams unit, they want to make sure they don't have a fumble. Everybody out there except Eric Newman. I don't see him on the field.
I think they're giving Eric a
Guy
break.
Smith is back deep, and it is a bouncer. It's touched. Justin Haney falls on the ball, and Oak Grove has it at midfield.
Willie a little aggravated with himself. Willie had more than just recovering an onside kick on his mind. He was going to pull a Gavin Cato. He was going to pick the ball up and run it to the end zone if he could get his hand on it, unable to do that.
Shades of 99. Well, you boys have seen quite a ball game in my absence.
We have seen quite a few points put on the board tonight. Both teams able to drive. Tigers not having to do a whole lot of driving, just giving the ball to Eric and letting him run.
99 points on the scoreboard. The give is to Schrock. Schrock gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. That's going to be a young man that we'll be calling the name of a whole lot.
Absolutely. Coach Dalrymple had nothing but good words to say today on the coaches show about Schrock and his potential. Some of the substitutes, number 7 in there, Sean Pardon. Number 84 is Saul Schaus. Number 13 is Carrick Myers. We'll try to give you some
Tremaine
other.
Kraft in the backfield with Schrock. Lined up over there is Pardon in the slot back position. And Rogers goes down. Looked to pitch the ball, but no one was watching. And he had to cover it up himself. A loss of 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 14. Actually 13.
That play was designed for Rogers to pitch out to number 25, Tremaine Kraft, the tailback. That play developed so slowly, unable to get the ball, unable to get the pitch out.
Can I presume that we had a little better crowd earlier in the ball game?
Oh, yeah, the crowd is kind of dispersed with the victory in hand, so.
Well, it should have been a flag. We had one man lined up about 3 yards off sides. And a little loss on the play there. It'll bring up 4th and extra long. And we'll line up and get a little punting action here. Looks like Haney looks like Willie will come in to do the punting.
Well, you can be proud of Willie's performance tonight. Once again, he's 100% on the extra points as he was last week, I believe. 100% on extra point conversions. I don't believe Willie's missed an extra point in let's see, it'd be 9 touchdowns. We had 8, how many touchdowns? 7 last week, 16.
And it's a
Tiger
fumble
recovery.
recovered by Brandon Moody. Number 10 for Country Day fumbles the ball. It's a spinner, kind of a low spinning kick, and he can't hang on, and Brandon Moody was right there.
I'll tell you, Roy, there's not a whole lot of weaknesses in this Country Day team, but one weakness that we've detected is there is a special teams receiving unit. On kickoffs and punts, they've had difficulty fielding those balls.
Man, Country Day has tremendous support here this evening from Metairie Park, a tremendous group, probably 100 or more fans and cheerleaders, support crew.
Yeah, 3 big charter buses sitting over there that brought the crowd in tonight. I was told that there were a couple of 3 airplanes flown in also, bringing fans in from down around New Orleans.
Flown in where?
That's the Oak Grove
Municipal Airport.
Oak Grove
Wow.
International Airport.
Looky there, and I should have heard them. They had to fly right over my house. Timeout on the field as coaches want to take a little look here and see what's happening with 2:39 remaining. We'll be back in a moment with more Tiger football.
Phil Helmer.
On the clock is running. Second team offense in the game. Tigers lead 64-35. Second team defense allowed a score in the latter seconds of the third quarter.
Oh.
And overthrown over there for Carrick Myers, number 13. Tristan Rogers is going to be an excellent play caller in due time. I believe he will grow. I think he's going to get some height on him. He's very young. And
Good strong arm for his size, though, Roy.
a real good arm. Well, and good wheels. Tristan has a lot of potential, and hopefully he will continue to improve. And
Tristan is a sophomore, 5'9", 160 pounds.
looks to throw again. This time he throws for Pardon, and slightly overthrown as Pardon unable to get up there and grab that one.
Well,
4th and 12.
Of course, at this point, again, we're uncertain as to who our opponent next week will be, Roy. It will be either the Haynesville Tornadoes or Boothville Venice. Boothville Venice leading by a touchdown late in the game. By the time this is rebroadcast, our fans will know, but if Boothville Venice is our opponent, we will be traveling next week.
Well, we've said it so many times, but what a great night for high school football as Luke Lancaster takes it on 4th down and gets down inside the 20-yard line, but not enough for a first down, and Country Day Cajuns will take over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. 56 seconds left on the clock. They'll start it as soon as they get the ball spotted, and the plays are called and snapped. And we'll have about 2 or 3 more plays, and this one will be in the book, 64-35. The clock begins to run.
After tonight, we'll be down to 8 teams in quarterfinal action next week. We don't know yet how many of the District 2A teams will survive. We know that Sterlington will probably go on to finish out the victory over there. Mangum is going down to the defeat tonight to Kentwood. Grambling, we haven't gotten a score on, and the Tigers will advance here.
Sherman throws, and great coverage by Arthur Kraft. He says, okay, I can't get up above you, so just slightly before the ball gets there, I'm going to knock a stew out of you. And Patrick unable to hold on as he had Arthur Kraft wrapped around his midsection.
Yeah, Patrick has been an extraordinary offensive weapon for the Cajuns all night long. Those passes are normally brought in by him.
Incomplete pass stopped the clock at 19.6 seconds. And no flag on the play as number 10 falls down and pushes, looks like 24 Freeman on the coverage.
Mabry tripping on his own feet, no interference there. Freeman doing a good job of holding his position and defending it.
That does stop the clock. Boothville Venice ahead 33-27 now, he said, late in the fourth quarter. 14.6 seconds remaining here, and this one is a done deal. A 29-point victory, most likely for the Tigers here this evening, and that'll look pretty large to Haynesville or Boothville Venice, and looks like it's going to be Boothville Venice, and looks like we got a long ways to go. Mabry gets the pitch. He's hit once, he's hit twice, and down he goes. Very close to a first down.
Number 21, Justin Dinsmore, making that tackle for the Tigers.
Timeout Country Day with 0.9 seconds remaining in this ball game. Well, Steve, obviously Oak Grove's going to advance. Kentwood's going to advance. In between them, Southern Lab or Dunham, and Boothville Venice or Haynesville.
Yeah, and we said if Southern Lab upsets Dunham, then Kentwood goes to Southern Lab. They will be on the road next week. We would also be on the road if Boothville Venice wins. Under that scenario, looking further down to the semifinals, we would then have to travel to Kentwood if Kentwood prevailed and we prevailed. Of course, that's making a lot of assumptions about us progressing that far, and we have expectations that we will. We'd love to be at home against Kentwood.
Well, preferences don't really matter, I guess. It's just how it plays out, and we'll have to wait and see like everyone else. We'll know in just a few minutes.
Yeah, if
The
we
clock
want
goes off, and Patrick catches and then drops the ball, and they'll rule it complete at the Oak Grove wins this ball game 64-35 and advances to the third round of the 1A state playoffs.
We've done a lot of speculating about road games and home games, Roy. Bottom line, and you said it, if we want to be the state champions, we have to beat the best, whether it be at home or on the road. So we'll take whatever we get.
Absolutely. We'll look forward to seeing you folks either here or at Boothville Venice on next Friday evening, and we're going to hope for great football weather again wherever we land. We'll see y'all later.
Good night.
Ruffin Building Systems at 6914 Highway 2 in Oak Grove has been